So it was 12 o'clock at midnight, and I was just roaming around Twitter because I was bored as hell. I never used it. I was like, well, why not? Let me just see what's going on the internet. And to my surprise, I see husband number five, Arm and Hammer, trending. And this shocked and surprised and amazed me. I was so freaking excited to see what was happening with him. You know, he's so handsome and great. Not just because of Call Me by Your Name, because I haven't seen that gay shit yet, but I have seen him in Man from Uncle, and he is fantastic, and he's awesome. He's great actor, such a sweet guy, tall, handsome, chiseled, the perfect Green Lantern. We deserve it. I mean, after the whole Ryan Gosling situation, we need a great Green Lantern movie. And so I thought that's what it was going to be about. I thought he was going to be trending because of, maybe Green Lantern news or casting calls, something. But to my surprise, it was none of that. But before I get into that, we're also going to be discussing Christian privilege because that was number one trending before Arm and Hammer, sadly. But more sad news is why he was trending. Again, none of the casting call of being a Green Lantern lead, but of something different. And I'm just gonna show you guys the video as to why he's trending.
This is not normal.
Okay, no. All right, no.
So yeah, he let his son suck on his toe, and this caused an uproar and just memes being thrown out, and people just saying how gross it was, how disgusting, how this might be worse than the whole Tom Brady situation, how he was kissing his son for too long. Now, I'm an optimist. I try to see the positive in everything. I try to I try to look at every side of it. Even if it's from a bad person's point of view, I try to defend it. And you might be saying, well, your last video sure did not try to be optimistic with that trans guy. You're damn right I wasn't, because it's clear fucking evidence that that guy is a pedophile. He literally lets the whole world know that he's basically a pedophile, just throwing it out there. Whereas Armie Hammer, people are saying how it's gross, he's a pedophile, he's abusing and hurting his kids. No, those are just allegations from people who are quick to jump the bandwagon of saying that this is a weird man who's letting his son suck on his toe and he's a pedophile and hurting his kids. I don't believe so. I do not. I'm here to defend my man as best as I can because I'm not working with great material. Okay, I'm the lawyer that they give you. I'm a citizen. What's that called? Citizen lawyer, the one that you can't afford one, so you just provide one. I'm that guy, except Dollar Tree version, where I literally just bought my suit and shirt at the dollar store and I'm Marshall's clearance. All right, I am not the best man out there, but I'm here to try to defend you. The kid tries to jam an entire foot in his mouth, and I have a pretty good defense for this, and that being every kid at some point in their life and age, day and age, they wanted to jam anything they could into their mouth. They wanted to test their limits of their jaw. Every kid wanted to see what will fit and when can I do it. Not why I shouldn't do it, just when will I do it and I will do it. There was no question stopping any child from doing anything. Every kid was weird. Kids would eat pencils, glue. We literally were fucking crazy. We were crackheads. But that's okay, because you know what? We're kids. I even knew this one girl in elementary school who literally fucking enjoyed jamming her elbow onto chairs because it would hit her funny bone. That shit had me.
Oh, wow.
Fuck this shit!
I was up. I literally. I was traumatized. I literally felt like I was in a fucking school of crazies. She jammed her elbow onto the edge of the seat so she could feel her funny bone tickle or whatever. It made me cringe and wince. She fucking WWE'd her own elbow onto the chair. It was, oh my god, it was awful. Armie, or the dad, the father of this child, is just being probably a really good sport and, just saying, this is my kid. Every kid's weird. They want to do their own thing. I'm just going to let him try to jam my foot in his mouth. Like, if that's what he wants to do, I'm not going to stop him. Because there have been other comments or tweets that said, my kid has tried this on me, but it's led to them being kicked in the face, either by accident or just by shock and surprise. Armie just seems like he just wants to, be a good sport for his son. And just like, all right, if my kid wants to attempt this and like suck on my toes or try to jam my whole foot in his mouth, I'll let him. Like, I'll stop him. Because again, it's his son. So he's not like gonna make it too sexual or crazy or anything. Like again, he loves his son. He's a very young kid, so he doesn't think anything of it. Just a strange thing that his son wants to do. That's fine. That's perfectly fine with it. The one thing that I really can't defend on this part is that the quote or the little statement that Armie had in the video. If he didn't have this quote at all in the video, then it will make my case much easier. But no, it just makes it much harder for me. And that being that he put foot fetish goals or foot fetish on fleek. That part, no, I'm sorry. You can't say that. As said in my previous video on LGBT gay pride parades and pride parade or pride month in general, you cannot mix fetishes and anything sexual, even if it's joke wise, with children whatsoever. If he didn't have this little joke quote or a joke little statement, it would be it's fine, it would be normal ish. Not really, but again, he's just probably being a good sport of a dad and just let his kid do what he wants. Something too crazy or dangerous or over sexualized. It's just a weird event or a weird thing happening. It's just that Armie putting foot fetish on fleek again is just kind of like a wincing or cringing moment. Like, ugh, it's just natural. They shouldn't add any fetish. Again, joke wise or non joke wise, fetishes and kids do not mix well. That's like fucking oil and water, fire and snow, Trisha and ASMR. These two things do not mix well whatsoever, okay? They do not. That being said, that's my case. I thought it was gonna be worse, especially when I saw the tweets before I saw the video. I thought it was gonna be insane, like he did some bestiality or some pics or messages leaked up that he was talking to someone younger. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be much, much worse than this. Obviously, it is a bit weird and cringy, mostly due to the quote again that made it much worse than it really is. But yeah, there you go. I rest my case.